Coming up next on this edition of In the City, City Manager Rob Lyons discusses the new fiscal year 2015 budget. There's a new golf course tailored specifically for future generations of golfers. A new substation gets dedicated to a longtime Power Board member, and one of the longest running programs of the Parks and Recreation Department shows it's still going strong. All this and more coming up next on this edition of In the City. Welcome to another edition of In the City, your source for what's happening right here in the city of Murfreesboro. I'm Callie Durham. Well, the City Council has adopted the new fiscal year 2015 budget, which goes into effect July 1st. The new budget takes pride in the fact that there will be no increase in property taxes for the 16th consecutive year. There will also be funding for a 3.5% pay increase for all eligible full-time employees and a continued dedication to serving the growing public of Murfreesboro.
The city's fiscal 15 budget has been approved by the City Council. This marks the 16th straight year that the property tax increase has not been increased. This budget fuels the four goals established by City Council: safe and livable neighborhoods, strong economic and financial health, customer service, and engaging our community.
Property tax revenues are projected to reach more than $36 million. This is over $1 million increase from 2014's fiscal year. Golf courses around the country are continuously trying to attract younger players to the game, and playing on a full-size course for the first time can be intimidating. But good news, a new golf course designed specifically for newcomers is open right here in Murfreesboro.
I'm excited to have this here. This is cool for the kids. It's also cool for people like me who can now actually reach a hole, so that's a neat deal. Gosh, you were saying something about golf, and I'll mention it to the kids that are out here in the crowd, that this is an individual sport, and I think that makes this an extra neat thing. Team sports are really cool, but individual sports are really cool too, because it's just you. And I think as young kids, we need to learn how to deal with that, and she was talking about the mental aspect. I just think that's something that's really important. So anyway, on behalf of the city, we're just excited to see this great crowd here and to get this thing started.
We are very excited about this place. Golf in general is a great thing in Murfreesboro. We've got great opportunities with Old Fort and the VA and other local courses, and this is just something in the community that you don't see a lot, and that's kind of a stepping stone to maybe learn the game. It has been pretty fun to see some people that are experienced at golf to come check it out and play and talk about how much fun that they've been having with it also. So I hope everybody gets a chance to do that. The history of the place in Bloomfield, where it came from, goes back pre-Civil War. And it has a big tie here and in Virginia, and how it all got here locally just across the street, and this property where Old Fort Park sits and the flowers that are involved. It's just a really neat story, and I'd love to tell it to you sometime when you have time. But on our behalf, this is the 6 holes. They're all short holes, and it's for anybody to try to learn. Golf's pretty tough to learn anyway, and when we kind of throw them out on the big courses, it can get a little bit intimidating. We hear that from a lot of people, but this is kind of our T-ball coach pitch type effort into golf to get people started and see how they like it. But like I said, again, we've had several accomplished players come over and try it and play and really enjoy the opportunity that they have. It's something that we hope is for everybody. We hope you enjoy today. The golf show with Mr. Dennis Walters is going to put on is going to be outstanding. If you have not seen it, I recommend you stay around to see that. We're also starting leagues up for golf, so you can follow us on Facebook at Old Fort Golf Club, and we're on Twitter also, Old Fort Golf on Twitter, and just follow us there and get all the information about the leagues and things, opportunities for kids and parents alike. So thank you so much for coming out.
Okay, on the count of 3, let's cut that ribbon and say, let's play golf. 1, 2, 3, let's play golf!
They are currently hosting signups for junior golf leagues that are set to begin later this year. For more information, you can call 615-896-2448. A new Murfreesboro Electric Department substation now stands off Manchester Highway just south of Joby Jackson Parkway. It will service everything north of the facility, including businesses on Joby Jackson Parkway. CityTV was there as a worthy candidate received a special recognition for her longtime service to the city.
This is a really state-of-the-art substation. I know this doesn't mean a lot to all you folks, but this is as good as it gets, and we're really proud to have this facility here in Murfreesboro. This substation is designed for a 50-year life, so most of us will be gone when time this station gets rebuilt again. This is providing power for the whole eastern side, southeastern side of our system. So we're real proud of it, and we're glad you get to come out today to join us in its dedication.
Dr. Rogers was appointed to the board on February 23rd, 2000, and it was an historic appointment because she was the first woman to serve on the Power Board. In 2004, Jean Ann was elected as the vice chair, and on January 28, 2009, she was elected as the board chair, where she continues to provide very strong leadership. Dr. Rogers has been a practicing optometrist in Murfreesboro for 35 years, having received her education in Mississippi, Illinois, and Tennessee. And since moving to Murfreesboro, she has been involved in the community, in her profession, and in her church. That involvement includes the Rutherford County Chamber of Commerce, the United Way, the League of Women Voters, AAUW, and Rutherford Cable.
When I'm asked what I'm most proud of since assuming chair, it's how Murfreesboro electric rates have stayed some of the lowest in the nation. We continue to provide innovative technology while keeping the rates low. And this skill of our employees and the technology have made us have a reliability rate of 99.9913%. Our industry, our electric department is a leader in the industry. I'm proud of our dedicated employees. They always strive to work safely and efficiently. They care about our customers. This was evident when we had the storm on Good Friday that devastated our community. Employees that were off work came in without being called in, and they worked around the clock, and our power was put back on in 48 hours. I am honored and humbled to have this substation named for me. I follow great mentors, Charlie Lynch, Robert Rose, and former Mayor Richard Reeves. Being the first female on the board, let me tell you a quick story. Chairman Lynch said, "I'm not so sure how these men feel about you coming on board." Well, even one of them said, "Well, she can't even climb a pole." So what I had my staff do is drive me to a pole, and I got on top of my car and climbed onto a rail and had Carolyn take the picture this way. And then I went in to the board meeting, my board meeting, put the picture on the table, and I said, "Okay, where's your proof?" I learned a lot from these men, not only about Murfreesboro Electric board responsibility, but about community service. When I'm old and feeble and I can't remember my name, my children can drive me out here and say, "Mom, this is who you are." And I think I'll look at them and I'll say, "A brick wall?" What I cherish the most is my relationship with you. I'm a better person because I know you, and Murfreesboro is a better place because of you. Thank you all for coming out to support me today.
Murfreesboro grew 2.8% from 2012 to 2013. The publication entitled Governing suggests that being a city that's attractive to younger people while also maintaining a healthy regional economy are key factors in gaining more growth. Local officials say that's much of why Murfreesboro ranks so high on the list while also boasting a low 4.4% unemployment rate.
It's no secret that Murfreesboro is growing. It's when you drive around town, you're going to see the construction sites, you're going to see the bulldozers, and that really is a sign of our economic growth and our vitality. Once again, Murfreesboro has landed on a top 10 list of one of the fastest growing cities in the United States, and we're certainly very proud of that. That tells us people want to come here and be part of this community. And so that will be another reason why the comprehensive plan will be so important. You know, that's going to give us an opportunity to take a look at the entire city to make sure that we grow in a responsible manner.
According to a University of Tennessee research study, Murfreesboro growth is projected to reach over 170,000 residents by the year 2030. Well, if your air conditioning isn't working or you're just looking for new ways to stay cool this summer, then this event is just for you. Murfreesboro Parks and Recreation is joining forces with the Murfreesboro Fire Department to beat the heat this summer. They will be providing a unique opportunity for kids and families to cool down at their annual Splash Out event.
Splash Out, which we hold at several different parks throughout the summer, is a cooperative between Murfreesboro Fire and Rescue Department and Murfreesboro Parks and Recreation. And the event is just a great way to cool off. The fire department comes out and brings their hoses and sprays water out in the parking lot, and the kids get to run around and get wet. And it's just a great summertime activity.
Citizens of Murfreesboro are invited to come out and enjoy a day of fun in the water and sun.
We were called to Fiscal Community, or Neighborhood Park, I think is what they call it, to participate in a water day for the children behind us. And what that basically entails for us is we supply water, or water supplies our engine from a hydrant. We spray water and the children play in it for the duration. Today it's going to be for an hour and a half we'll be here.
With this specific fire hydrant that is being used at Fiscal Neighborhood Park, the fire engine is pumping around 1,000 gallons of water per minute for roughly 90 minutes, which would total up to around 90,000 gallons of water being used for each Splash Out event.
We cater towards families or those with small children or people who may not feel comfortable getting into a swimming pool. Splash Out's great because they can run around in a parking lot and not worry so much about drowning in a deeper body of water.
Becky attributes social media as being a big help with publicizing the event and gaining a larger number of participants each year.
I would definitely say that attendance has been picking up year to year with Splash Out. As word of mouth, people come to the program, have a great time, tell their friends and families to come on out. Plus, now that we've been using social media, that really helps a lot in getting the word about Splash Out there to the public.
This is not only a great opportunity for those getting to enjoy the cool water on a hot summer day, but also for the members of the Parks and Rec and Fire departments who get to spend time with children in the community.
I've been with the department for 25 years, and this is something that we've been doing for the community since I've been here. So it's many, many years, long history of spraying water for the kids and the communities of Murfreesboro. So.
Parks and Rec does ask that parents stay with their children and enjoy the water too. Also, make sure to wear clothes and shoes to get wet in, and don't forget your sunscreen and a towel.
For more information about Splash Out, information is located in our Rec Connection, which is our program guide, and you can also find us on Facebook with Murfreesboro Parks and Rec. And we will also post any cancellations we might have due to weather on our Facebook page as well.
This fun and free event takes place from 1:30 to 3 p.m. on Thursday, July 10th at Barfield Crescent Park, and on Thursday, July 24th at Old Fort Park. For more information, please contact Marlene Sewell at 615-893-2141 or email msewell@murfreesborotn.gov. Splash Out continues to grow each year and is steadily becoming a favorite summertime activity among Murfreesboro families. The City of Murfreesboro now has a new Public Information Officer. Mike Browning is the new PIO serving under the city's Communications Department, and he is bringing a wealth of knowledge and experience to his new position.
Well, I've lived in the community of Murfreesboro for about 10 or 11 years now. I came here from Oklahoma, where I was a news anchor for the NBC affiliate. And when I got here, I worked for WKRN News 2, Channel 2 in Nashville, covering a lot of politics, but doing normal, everyday live coverage of breaking news and whatever news coverage there was that I got assigned to. During the time that I was there, when they went to video journalism, I got an opportunity to work for the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security as a public information officer, which is very similar to what I'm doing now for the city of Murfreesboro. And I did that for about maybe 5 years, I guess. And in that time, I was promoted to the Director of Public Affairs. After that, I sought a position that I had always desired to fill, which was working at a university, working at MTSU as the title of it was Multimedia Content Specialist, but essentially what I did was host a monthly TV show called Out of the Blue. My passion really is all about storytelling. I love to be able to go to various stories, either videotape them myself or work with a photographer to create a compelling story that people find interesting and to inform the public about what's going on. I think there's so much going on in Murfreesboro that people don't know a lot about and they could know about, and they would probably participate if they knew. And that's what we want to try and do, is increase that awareness. The big part of that is that there's going to be a huge comprehensive plan in Murfreesboro, and many people have begun to hear about that. But what we're wanting to do is go out and engage the public and ask them directly, what is it that you want Murfreesboro to become? So we want that kind of input on where we're headed in the future, so that this is not just something that one or two people are going to decide, but the community as a whole.
As city residents say hello to one employee, it is also time to say goodbye to another. Terry Ann Womack, who's been a city employee for 28 years, is retiring. Womack joined the Parks and Recreation Department in 1986 after graduating with a degree in arts education from Cumberland University in Kentucky. Womack's many accomplishments with the city include serving as the Cultural Arts Coordinator and establishing the children's theater program known as the Sunshine Players, which recently concluded its 25th year. Many of Womack's former Sunshine Players have gone on to have successful careers in acting, production, and music, including Murfreesboro native and country singer-songwriter Chris Young. While Womack plans to spend her retirement traveling and taking care of her father, I'm sure she'll be missed by many of her colleagues. It's that time of year again, Uncle Dave Macon Days, which was voted the 2013 Best Festival in Middle Tennessee and is no doubt a staple in Murfreesboro tourism. 2014 celebrates the 36th year of bringing old-time music and dance to a wide variety of attendees.
Well, Uncle Dave Macon was the first superstar of the Grand Ole Opry. He began his musical career just playing music in barns and churches and family gatherings.
Uncle Dave Macon picked his banjo in the days of the so-called chicken bands, performers who played simply for enjoyment and a fried chicken meal.
As the music, commercial music evolved, Uncle Dave Macon was at the right place at the right time when the Grand Ole Opry was being birthed.
Born in Warren County, Uncle Dave worked a farm in Kittrell outside Murfreesboro that still stands today. Buried in the Kittrell Cemetery, a historical marker honors him as a farmer, freight hauler, and vaudeville comedy singer. He ran a wagon company that delivered goods from Murfreesboro to Woodbury.
Dave Macon had a wagon company, and I think along the road he would play his banjo and entertain folks along the way. He'd entertain folks at the country stores, and he'd gather a crowd everywhere he went because he was such a flamboyant character.
Uncle Dave went on to perform at the Grand Ole Opry with Roy Acuff and many others, but his roots were with country people and their lifestyles.
The people could relate to Uncle Dave. They could relate to his music. They could relate to his form of entertainment, and that's what we honor at Uncle Dave Macon Days.
It started as a banjo picking contest on the Murfreesboro Square, but outgrew the location and moved to Cannonsburg Village in 1989. Uncle Dave Macon Days honors the memory of a man who loved the music that still brings people together.
As one of the longest-standing programs of the Murfreesboro Parks and Recreation Department, Movies Under the Stars is still going strong 67 years later. Project Coordinator Marlene Sewell tells us more. This summer marks the 67th year of one time-honored tradition.
Movies Under the Stars, or as we refer to it as MUTS, is a family-friendly program that we do 5 nights a week for 8 weeks.
Movies Under the Stars has been bringing Murfreesboro citizens together for generations. It began in 1947 by Hollis Harris and is still popular today. The event is headed by Murfreesboro Parks and Recreation and runs for 8 weeks during the summer. Program Coordinator Marlene Sewell says that this year's turnout is already rivaling those of the past.
All our sites are doing really well now for the locations. Facebook apparently has made a real impact on the numbers that we're getting, lots of families coming. And of course, being that all our movies are PG or G, they're all, good for families and small children.
Each week will feature a new film that meets all the necessary criteria, including fitting into the city's budget, while also remaining family-friendly so that everyone in the community can take advantage of this event.
We have switched from the 16mm projectors to an LCD player and DVDs. which works much better and much easier to put together and show. Also, we changed out the screen for people who've been here a long time ago and remember the old screen and putting it up.
While upgrades are made and movie selections may change, this is one Murfreesboro tradition that appeals to both adults and children of all ages.
We were coming to meet friends and to watch a movie under the stars at Cannonsburg. Get to play, enjoy some just family time. It's no price, which is always nice, and it's a good summer activity. Kids like to stay up late and watch a movie. So
the event boasts free admission, and with the affordable concessions, a wide variety of films, and various convenient locations, there's sure to be something fun for everyone.
Well, it's the best part is like watching the movie, like you're in a movie theater and eating your snacks. The best part is hanging with your best friends or sisters.
If you are unsure if weather will cancel an event, then check out the Murfreesboro Parks and Recreation Facebook page to see if any cancellations have been made. You can also see the film lineup and locations there.
We do start the movie at 8:30. It's best to try to come about 7:45 or so to get a place to sit. Your kids can always play on the playground if there is one where we are, and there are several locations. It's a chance to come out and have a good time. You can get information by calling our main office, 890-5333. Look on the Murfreesboro Parks and Recreation Department's Facebook page. You can call my office at 893-2141, or you can email us at recreation@murfreesborotn.gov/parks.
This year's Movies Under the Stars runs from June 2nd through July 26th.
Come out, enjoy the movie, bring your blanket, your lawn chair, your sofa, your recliner, and, join us for the movie.
Murfreesboro water and sewer customers will soon be able to pay their bill online for less, thanks to City Council approving a plan that allows bills to be paid electronically. By switching to a new system, customers will now pay less per transaction. The payments will post real-time and provide customers with their account transaction history. The new customer information system for electronic payments will accept credit cards, debit cards, and electronic check payments.
We want to continue to provide convenience to our residents when they have to do service with the city, and our new expansion to our online payment has to do with your water and sewer bills. So residents now have the ability to go online and pay for their water and sewer bill. They can set that up one time on the internet, and then they'll have the convenience of online payments.
Customers will be charged a flat fee of $1.75 per transaction, while previously customers were charged a 3% fee. The city plans to have the new system in place later this month. We recently visited with the Murfreesboro Municipal Airport Manager, Chad Gerke, to find out some of the things going on at the airport this summer.
Murfreesboro Municipal Airport actually came out here in 1952 out on the McKnight Farm. A majority of the land out here was part of the McKnight Farm, which also became part of Sportscom and McKnight Park and Starplex. We do a lot of tours out here at the airport. A lot of young schools and daycare centers come out here, and we give tours to children and let them have an opportunity actually getting in the cockpit of the 727 that the university has, which gives them an opportunity that really kids don't have anymore. Even when they fly with the airlines, it's pretty rare that they can get up into the cockpit and see the actual controls that the pilots are using. And it hopefully gives them an opportunity that they may not have had as a child. Also gives them an opportunity to get them excited about math and science as it's applied in aviation and in everyday use. We have companies that provide flight training. Murfreesboro Aviation is the company here on the field that provides flight training for all ages. And then we also have, of course, the Middle Tennessee State University with their Pro Pilot program. The Middle Tennessee State University aerospace program is one of the top programs in the nation. They have a wide variety of emphasis in different areas of the industry, from airport management, Pro Pilot, maintenance, technology, and dispatch. It covers a lot of area here, and students have an opportunity that if they know that they want to get into aviation, they have a year or two where they can kind of pick their specific area that they want to get into. And also a benefit to Middle Tennessee State University is their ability to get internships and cooperative programs where students have the opportunity to go out into the industry, work with people for a semester or two, And so upon graduation, not only are they getting their diploma, but they're also coming away with some work experience and some absolutely wonderful networking opportunities. This summer, we're going to be doing a resurfacing of the main ramp and some of the main taxiways that are going out to the runway. That asphalt's probably 30 years old and has had a number of little maintenance projects done on it over time. This time we'll be completely taking up about 2 inches of the top layers of the asphalt and resurfacing them, taking care of some little slope issues. We'll have a period of we're hoping about 30 days where we will be completely shut down. The airport will be closed while the construction occurs. In the future, the size of the airport is pretty much as you see today. We may add some more hangars in the future, but really for its mission of servicing this community and certainly being a major training facility for the university, it really serves its purpose. Next door, we have Smyrna in Rutherford County, which serves our business community just wonderfully with some great approaches, air traffic control, some great facilities, and really a lot of room to grow and serve our community in the future. And then with Murfreesboro Airport, we're really serving a need here for the university and some traffic that comes in and out of here on a daily basis, some small business type aircraft that want to come in, check on their business, and then go on to their next location. Each airport has its own mission, and so I think we're really, as far as aviation concerns, we have some great facilities here in the Middle Tennessee area.
Several employees at the Murfreesboro Fire and Rescue Department are ready to be promoted from first responder to emergency medical technician. So what does this mean for the citizens? Assistant Chief Kim Lawson explains.
Well, the training that we were doing the other day is kind of the final phase of what we're doing in the city of Murfreesboro. We have been working with Rutherford County EMS. They are the ambulance service here in Rutherford County and Murfreesboro that actually responds to the scene and transports the patient with paramedics to the hospital. Murfreesboro Fire and Rescue, they have cross-trained firefighter, emergency first responders, as well as emergency medical technicians. It's all a system that kind of works together. We arrive, we all respond to the scene. Often we, Murfreesboro Fire and Rescue, can get on the scene maybe just moments, maybe at the same time, but maybe a few minutes before the ambulance with advanced care arrives. That's a very important time for patients who need some type of medical help. We are upgrading and enhancing our medical response and the skills that our cross-trained firefighters can do for patients. It has been a long process. We're in the final phases now, and we've been working very closely with Randy White, the Director of Education for Rutherford County.
When you guys were taking the test and things, we found you guys did a great job, by the way. I congratulate you. I mean, excellent job. We basically found that there were 2 places where you kind of scored consistently low. Some of you did better than others, and some of you did worse than others. But they were consistently low in those things, and I think you'd have done a lot better had we had this in service first. But it is childbirth and chest injuries.
We have to know what is their knowledge base, which they've all been tested on. How do they perform their skills? We have added new skills that they'll be performing, and obviously the training that we had the other day, and that was to go over new protocols that have been approved. The city leaders have invested in this process financially and with time. The leaders of the fire department, the chiefs, felt a need to do the best they could for the citizens in Murfreesboro. And the firefighters, they have spent many, many, many hours training, not only on duty, but off duty. So it is almost time. We're still responding, we're still taking care of patients, but here within the next few weeks, you'll see a higher level of medical care given on the scene.
Well, that's it for this edition of In the City. For more information about the City of Murfreesboro, just head on over to our website at murfreesborotn.gov. And if you want to watch a specific story that you've seen today or catch some of the latest city news, you can always visit the City of Murfreesboro's YouTube channel. I'm Callie Durham. Until next time, we look forward to seeing you in the city.